So, joined by Chris and Ed. How are you doing?
Very good, thanks.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much.
I believe it's the second time you've been to Luxembourg, isn't it? Or is it actually the first?
We played in the smaller rock hall. I've got to be honest. I had a really good time when I was over there. It's in a really interesting part of the city, you know, with all of the industrial factories like around it. So that was a really excellent day. I just wandered around.
Yeah.
It looked really spooky.
I swear to God, I heard the earth inhale moments before they started to rain down on me. I swear to God, in this light and undeceiving, London's become the most beautiful thing I've seen.
The tour, you're kind of all over the place. You're in Europe at the moment, then you're back to UK, and then to New Zealand, Australia around the kind of Christmas time. Yeah. So how's that all looking for you? Good to be back on the road?
We tend not to look ahead too much because it gets a bit scary. you wonder how you're going to get back to your home life at some point, or if you ever will. So you take in small chunks at a time, but we're enjoying it. It's still very early days, and we've played some. We're just saying we played some great venues on the tour so far.
Yeah. Obviously massive in the UK, but then you've kind of hit a bit of resonance with Europe as well, and you're making a bigger impact over here. In fact, Papillon, it was hit #1 in Belgium as the first international act to get straight to #1 in 15 years. So yeah, I mean, has Europe always had a bit of love for editors?
I don't know. Our manager said that this record was a Euro record, whatever that means. So yeah, it's been proved the case. I think they're very loyal, the European fans, whereas the English fans more kind of like a bit. They love a good flash in the pan, you know. They love a scene band. So they get a little bit bored of you after a while. But the Euros, they love it.
All our work, you know, coming here year after year and playing small venues, and each time coming back and stepping up, is sort of paying dividends now as well. People seem to, have a relationship with us, I guess.
Looking at the albums, the Backroom, pretty successful there. Mercury Prize nomination, then End had a start, went straight to #1. Then obviously you've gone to this album, In This Light, on This Evening, and you've kind of had a bit of a change in direction. You've always had a bit of synth in there anyway, but you kind of brought it to the forefront. Was it kind of a collective band decision to go for this?
I think so, yeah. I mean, first and foremost, we wanted to make music that was interesting to us, and we kind of went down the guitars kind of rock band route again, and it didn't really inspire us that much. So you change the instruments that you write on, you change the way you write, and change the sound that comes out, and it's more exciting. So we just went down that route.
I think most importantly about this album, I thought, was that you kind of brought a bit of emotion to electro music.
Yeah, we were very conscious of not making a sort of cold-sounding, dull-sounding record, because a lot, when computers are in control, that's kind of what you get most of the time. So we wanted to record the basis of it all live. So although we were using sample pads or keyboards or electronic drums, we were still playing them live together as a band in a room, and so you're kind of getting more of a live feeling to it. But it feels more like a human record, although all the instruments pretty much are synthetic.
The album's got many an influence, and I kind of thought it's kind of got a cinematic kind of appeal to it. And as soon as I heard the first track, the title track, really atmospheric, and then as soon as it came to Bricks and Mortar, I immediately thought kind of Terminator, 80s sort of films. Is that kind of an influence there on you?
Yeah, definitely. We've spoken quite a lot about how films like that, Blade Runner, Clockwork Orange, the atmosphere that they bring to you. Yeah. We've always sort of thought that relates more and more to this album than anything we've done before. And I think we all had images in our head when we were writing writing the record and writing about the themes of each song, and yeah, so cinema did play quite a substantial part in this.
Yeah, sure. And also, kind of lyrically, it's kind of gone into a more character based and more of an observational sort of side of things, as opposed to the first two albums.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
It's absolutely correct. Tom's drawing less on his sort of own experiences, I guess, and trying to be a bit more creative with what he's saying, not relying on just things that's happened, very specific things that happened to him, as possibly on the last album he did.
Sure. And talking more of art as well, there's the Banksy-inspired Poppy one, the Raw Meat track, which I think is brilliant. It's kind of got some really horrible imagery, but it's still really kind of poppy at the same time.
Yes, total pop song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that chorus is, it could be done by someone like
Careful.
a big pop artist, to name no names, and it'd probably be a really big hit,
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about how you present the song. We're not necessarily an out and out pop band, but we have got those sensibilities within us.
Sure.
I'm not sure if we're going to release it as a single as well.
Really?
Well, they're kind of like our radio people. Kind of don't think that the radio will play it.
Oh, okay.
So they think it's a little bit too dark. Who knows? They're too busy playing their bubblegum pop, aren't they?
I think definitely in Europe it will, though, because people don't seem to care as much over here as what people think.
Swear and everything in Europe, don't you? What a better world it is.
I give a little to you.